Don't ask. just don't ask. Alright, I'm at Pallet Town. Reason for that is because I gotta go see an Oak again, because he's supposed to go on some weird tangent about...
Hello there!
Okay. Yeah. Some weird tangent about the legendary trainer here, so let's have a bit of a listen.
Congratulations! You made it!
Mm-hmm. Indeed. I went straight over to Mr. Pokemon once I was done with yesterday's segment, and he didn't have anything to hand out, and I found out I had to talk to this guy because he went on that random little tangent or whatever. So, now that is out of the way, let's pass off over to Cherry Grove. I will make you watch me buy more repels. Not that I really need more repels, but whatever. I really only need this much. Also, almost max cash stack. Yay. I wonder if I can sell enough stuff and actually get my max cash stack here. Well, I sold everything else that is sort of like in there. I can sell the 2 Ultra Balls. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Yay. Most of the other shit I've got there, I want to hang on just for the sake of it being like a like a single item in the game sort of deal, like the incenses and shit. So, and then just immediately ignore the fact that I bought those things for the sole purpose that I could use them in going up here, because I don't want to be dealing with this sort of shit. And also getting rid of the glitchiness again, because we're totally not used to seeing that over the course of 52 segments, but whatever. Mm-hmm. So, it gives you the red orb. If you're playing Soul Silver, you'd be getting the red orb normally, so it doesn't sound as though it's any real big of a deal. Yeah, that's cool and whatnot. I like how I'm leading with Grills here, even though she serves pretty much no purpose. Except now that I realize it, in order to get into the embedded tower, I've actually got to use rock climb, so Grills still serves at least some kind of purpose here. Let me go ahead and grab... I'll put Talia away. I don't think she's going to be particularly useful against any of these three. So, what happens is, originally... What the fuck are you doing, Chuck? Shut up! Okay, we get it. Shut up. For God's sake. I'm probably going to end up running into fucking Crash or Wank on the way there as well. I should probably check to see if that's going to happen. Ugh. Wasting time. Finding random shit. No glitchiness. Yeah, there he bloody well is. Okay, cool. Now that's out of the way, let's actually get on to the point of the segment. I have to go after the weather trio, and I was about to explain how it works before I just sort of got rudely interrupted by Chuck there. Basically what happens is you go to Mr. Pokemon and you go and get an orb. The orb that you get is different between Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Obviously playing Soul Silver gets you the red orb, and so Heart Gold would also net you the blue orb. And then from there you trade the legend of one of the games onto the other, show them both to I think Oak or something like that, and then he'll give you the Jade orb, which will let you catch Rayquaza in this area. It works a bit differently here in that you get handed the red orb regardless of which version you're playing, and you go in here and you will find Groudon. So now, we need to work out who we're leading with. We're going to have Perpetual Sun, which means Floofen might not be a bad idea, except for the fact that this thing is ground and not fire. It'll engage the fire type in its primal form. I also don't quite remember what level these things show up at, so I think we're about to find out. They're probably going to be like 50 or some shit like that, which means they're not going to be able to hit them very hard. No, that's 70. That should do the trick. I still don't rate Groudon to survive Kaiser's serve. I'm going to give it a crack though, just because Drought's up. And because Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza were in these games already, they actually do have legendary music to go with them, which is quite nice. Alright, getting up the bulk up. That's not exactly what I'd like to have happen here, so I'll go into Floofen. Throws the Ancient Power, which runs off the special stat, thankfully. Okay. I should be able to get in... Damn it! Why? That's really... Are you actually gonna get... Are you actually gonna start on this again, Floofen? Very first legendary after she kicks ass, takes names, and after he kicks ass and takes names, and immediately just proceeds to critical the fucking Groudon and kill it. We don't need this, game. We really fucking don't. Fuck's sakes, yeah, and I should have brought... Yeah, damn it. I really should have brought Bulbat with... Especially since Eruption is a thing. Except he's got low health, so Eruption does nothing. Missing all the stupid little effects and shit like that because the game decided when I load the save state that it was going to give you the stupid black screen. So, Groudon and Kyogre, you might think they're all fucking titans of the land and sea, they're going to be really, really hard to catch. And they are. But it's not because they have a catch rate of 3. They are actually the only 2 Pokemon in the entire game that have a catch rate of 5. So obviously they're not much easier to catch than anything else like Mewtwo or something like that. But they're still in the single digits and it's still pretty damn difficult to actually nail these things in Pokeballs. Like that one was a 3 shake. I bet you anything I could have... I don't know if I was lucky. This thing seems to be cooperating. I don't know. I get the impression that it's just not like... It's not like breaking out of these balls like immediately on a regular basis, except now it's starting to do that. Yay for jinxing things. I bet you anything... if I could get this thing within 10 balls, that'd be freaking awesome. Because I like to hang on to as many balls as I can for Rayquaza, because Rayquaza is obviously going to have a catch rate of 3. And then I've got to go off screen and catch and buy a whole bunch more Premier Balls because I've got 7 more Pokemon to catch. 5 of which have a catch rate of 3, so... That's going to be obnoxious. But looks like Groudon started to switch on to the fact that I'm actively trying to catch the damn thing, and so he's just like, no, I'm going to start breaking out a bit more often. It would also help if Traptrix would actually hit every now and again with Sleep Powder. Ugh. I feel like it might not be a terrible idea to heal up here. Bulk up I don't think matters because it doesn't seem as if this thing has any physical moves to use it with. The moveset appears to be Bulk Up, Eruption, Ancient Power, and Earth Power. That means he's got a stat boosting move for his physical attack and defense, but he has his attacking moveset is just literally just special attacks. So Bulk Up is literally nothing to be concerned about. Alright, well I just ran out of sleep powders, so I think this is the point where I'm going to go ahead and cut and return once the Groudon has been claimed. So I will, yeah, this thing will be claimed, but that one I'm down to like, yeah, 30-something balls. No, that's not happening. So yeah, I will return momentarily. Hopefully. Yeah, that didn't take particularly long. I think that may have happened. I think that may have been like half a dozen balls. Oh. Yeah, that actually sucks. Because you don't get to see the animation. But yeah, basically once you've caught Groudon, the blue orb, the red orb just randomly changes color and becomes the blue orb. Uh-huh. Okay, shut up. Fucking Jesus. Would be quite lovely if I didn't have to deal with the frickin' black screen, but apparently they're just like, no, you can't have that. Anyway, how many balls did that take? That was 5 balls. If I could get Kyogre within as many balls, then that would be absolutely frickin' lovely. Speaking of, you just leave and come back, there's Kyogre. After having obtained the blue orb. And so, as you might imagine, once we've caught Kyogre, the blue orb is then going to become the Jade Orb, which will let us catch Rayquaza. Okay, so sounds like we could do with the same lead. Yeah, sounds like we're going to do with the same lead. Let's, save state in slot 3. Let's reload it, actually. Okay, good. It actually, you know, presented me with not a black screen. Thank you very much. What's Thunderbolt gonna do to this thing? That is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Right, Traptrix comes in, takes Aqua Tail like a beast. Which implies to me that this thing probably isn't going to have an ice move. So I can put that thing to sleep with the greatest of ease. And then it immediately breaks out. Getting the Calm Mind up though, which means, yeah, that's actually going to boost Ancient Power and make it even stronger. Yay! For fucking stat boosts! So yeah, Kyogre's going to be harder to catch than Groudon. I think that goes without saying. Especially since Kyogre is far less cooperative, it seems like. If it keeps spamming Water Spout, then that'd be fine, but it can't really spam Water Spout for too long, unfortunately, because it... Oh, for God's sakes. That was the first given opportunity that it had to wake up, and it took it. Come on. Don't be an asshole. Come on. Yes. That makes things so much easier. Always nice to get one caught on screen without having to skip over a bunch of stuff. It also means we're making some pretty good time in this recording. So no funky effects or anything like that, it just turns the blue orb into the Jade Orb. No Hiker having a bit of a cow or anything like that. Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright. Should probably move these Hyper Potions over here somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, screw it, I might as well use it on Healed Kaiser. Alright, let me go ahead as well and use an Max Aether. Put Sleep Powder back up. And how many balls was that, actually? That was 7. So 12 balls in total to grab Kyogre and Groudon, which is quite nice. This is where things get difficult. Throw a save state. Reload the save state. Good stuff. So yeah, Rayquaza, as you might expect, has a catch rate of 3, which means it's going to be just as difficult as anything else to frickin' catch. Kiryushia. Were you trying to recite the names of the enforcers, Team Satisfaction from 5Ds or some shit like that? And just bosh it up miserably because you're a Pokemon and therefore can't really speak much English? I don't know. Okay, appears at 75, which makes sense, he's the Trio Master here. Unfortunately, that's... Okay, well, the Dragon Dance doesn't help my cause, nor does the fact that hitting this thing with another Thunderbolt will kill it. I'd like to confirm this, though. Okay, it does not actually kill it. That's really awesome. and then just immediately catch it first ball. That would have been awesome. Thankfully, this is a generation... Okay, never mind. I was going to say, thankfully, this is a generation where flying up in the air does not actually matter because you can still throw the Premier Ball anyway. But no, I stand corrected. This is literally just a wasted turn. I might as well just take the time to heal or something like that. That's a powerful fucking fly. Instead of just using the basic aerial attack, oh my god. Damn it! Okay, there's Outrage, which sucks. Which means I need to go into Grills. Oh, that means... yeah. I don't even know why I didn't expect Outrage to even be a thing here. It's fucking Rayquaza. It having Outrage is basically required by law. And as a result, the Rayquaza has died. You all know how this is going to go down, so... I will return once I am exceedingly pissed off and just sick of dealing with this shit. You know how this is going to go down. It's not going down any other way, so yeah. Well, I could have been a lot more pissed off, but thankfully I managed to nail it. And here's the stupid thing. The last time I tried this before having to reset, it opened up with Outrage, was confused after 2 turns, and then hit itself immediately, killing itself before I could even throw a ball at it. So, I thought I was going to have to put up with a lot more of this shit, but thankfully, that's not the case. I get to just sort of have my Ray. And that, I do believe, completes the whole section of the Pokédex. Fuck off, Ian, I don't want to talk to you. So, let's head on over to the Indigo Plateau. And so that I may be able to do this. And have a look at the trio that we've picked up. Docile. That's neutral. I'm not saying anything further. Naive is what? Plus speed minus special defense. Yeah, not the best. And then Gentle is plus special defense minus physical defense. Again, a bit eh. Groudon's easily the shittiest of the two, but it's fine. Anyhow, let's go ahead and move these into their correct box. So that completes that. 3, 2, okay, cool. So that's the whole section of the Pokédex completed. There's just 7 more Pokemon, which come in the form of Uxie, Mesprit, Azelf, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, and then Arceus just sits right there. Once I have picked him up. Now then, we have one final thing that needs to be done in this segment. That is the last super boss. And unless I decide to do the boss rush in this LP, which I have pretty much until tomorrow to decide that, because tomorrow is either going to be the boss rush, or it's going to be my trek up to Sinjo Ruins to catch the last 7 Pokemon, which will end the LP. I don't intend to have anything else to end the LP, so I believe I'm going to want that. I'm going to have to leave Bulbat behind because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to use a thing for this. So just because I can, just to rub it even further into my face, I'm just going to sort of do this. Because why the fuck not? But yeah. I figured a couple of pseudo-legendaries would be nice for me to have going into this, what is probably going to be the last trainer battle of the LP, but, to see what happens. Ah, fuck. Ah, okay, you know what? I'm gonna make you watch me do this, because I do not give 2 shits. I could probably find like an action replay code that removes this, but I'm gonna say no to that. Because I'm pretty sure I can work out exactly where to go anyway, so it shouldn't matter that much. Just have to keep my repels up and shit, because there's nothing beyond level 72 in this cave. So, I should be able to navigate my way around this. The hard part's going to be in the second floor, so... Here we go. I think what I want to do is go up. Is this going to do the trick? Nope, that's not going to be quite correct, unfortunately. I've got escape ropes if I want to bail the fuck out of here, though, so it's fine. I think I want to go up in this direction. Should be able to go left from here. Yeah, now it's a bit more familiar. I knew I had to make this weird freaking zigzag path, whatever the hell it is, to get here. Because I've got to go down this. Then I get to go down here. And then I get to switch over on that because screw having that. I'm not even sure if this is the correct direction I need to go in. I know I've got to go and find some water. I think I may have found that water. Now I gotta work out exactly where the hell to go. Is this even remotely correct? Yes, I'm winging it here. Just roast me when I'm actually in a position where I feel like I need to just bail the fuck out and use the thing. But it looks like I won't have to because we go in this direction. It takes me to a black sludge. Well, like, not a terrible item to give to Bulbat in all honesty. Okay, we've made it. So, here is the boss. I mentioned earlier that this is a reference to Pokemon Stadium 2, and you are about to find out why. What do I want to do here? Yeah, I think I want to paralyze, because paralysis sounds like a pretty good idea. I'm going to throw a save state here, because this is the strongest trainer in the entire game. Which is why we saved it for last. And after that procession of random legendary cries, we're about to find out what he's got. If you know what those cries are from, then you already know what he has. Level 100 Lugia! How in the name of shit fuck could he have possibly come into possession of this? That's why Pokemon Stadium 2 reference. Because the rival was based, like, the Bepis or whatever, or rival, whatever the hell character, is intended to be the super boss of Stadium 2. You're supposed to basically clear through everything and then you just sort of be like, hey, I challenge you to fight. And he's just got a Lugia, a Ho-Oh, and a Mewtwo. So yes, they did spoil the rest of his team, but I'm fine with it because you'll understand why. So, the Reflect is up, setting up Toxic, so I imagine this is just meant to be a bit of a stally type Lugia, which I'm fine with because... Okay, well there's a crit, which is unfortunate, which means... I mean, he's probably going to heal this thing, isn't he? No, apparently not. Apparently he believes he is too strong for me to heal these things. I'm not too sure what the go is with that, but whatever. So there's the Lugia now out of the way. That Reflect did not wear off, so he's not holding a light clay. So here's Mewtwo. This is the biggest threat on his team by an absolute country mile. Lugia is a tank, but that's really all that it is. Mewtwo's got the speed and the power, plus the 14 to 15 level advantage. This guy could sweep my entire team and I couldn't do jack shit about it. Which is why I need something to be able to tank the hit. And Turbo Drum is completely incapable of this. Oh, fuck. It's holding a life orb. That's the only way it loses its health like that. It's got a fucking life orb. Oh, shit cake. Okay, Trap Tricks. This thing's probably going to have Aura Sphere. Yeah, Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere has no chance of missing. That poses a huge issue. Right. Grills. Extreme speed. Decent amount. But it has Ice Beam. Just randomly has Ice Beam. That's cool, I guess. Alright. Gonna need some death fodder because extreme speed is literally the only thing that's gonna allow me to survive here. Now, since I can't die, since I get killed in one hit anyway, wasting max revives is not a good idea here. Because yeah, there's the Aura Sphere. It's basically combining his Life Orb Drain with just throwing extreme speeds his way. Just being able to outspeed and just kill him like this. So that should connect, and then the Life Orb should kill it. Okay, good. So from here, it's just a matter of sending in Kaiser. There is a Ho-Oh that I need to be dealing with. I could go with Surf, I could go with Thunderbolt. I'm going to go with Thunderbolt because there's a chance of paralysis. Brave Birds. One shot. Because crit. Fuck. Right. I think I need... I think I have a plan that I can put in place here. Max Revive Turbo Drum. Because Earthquake. Okay, so I imagine it's got a fire move of some variety, which is not going to do that well on Turbo Drum. Brave Burst's not going to do much on Turbo Drum. Earthquake can't do shit, which means unless this thing has Solar Beam, which would take 2 turns anyway, I should be about right to deal with this. Going with the Brave Bird. Still 2 KO given how powerful it is. It's also got Life Orb apparently. Okay. I guess I'm just going to Thunderbolt it then. Probably should have thrown the Hydro Pump, it would have been more likely to kill, but this Ho-Oh does not seem to be any sort of a threat. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so the only reason I won there as far as I'm concerned is the simple fact that I was able to manipulate my team with revives. Probably the cheapest victory that I've actually had in this so far. And he just disappears without any sort of dialogue or anything like that. So, yeah. That is pretty much it. So, unless I decide to do the boss rush in this playthrough, that would be the last trainer battle of the game. So, I don't know. Hooray. And I managed to get through that cave without having to use Flash. You never ever had to use Flash before this point, because Gen 1 and 3 you never needed it. Gen 2 the cave didn't exist because of, you know, spacing issues. It took quite a accomplishment to actually get 2 regions in the one freaking game back when the games were on Game Boy. And I'm not entirely sure what the go was with making that cave require Flash. Draona really should have just gotten rid of that because it's entirely pointless. So, now we can finally say goodbye to Grills, and I will do this by switching the thing back to the shiny Crobat. What the fuck do you want? Piss off. Random belch. But, yeah. I believe that's about it. All that remains for me to do in this game is the boss rush, which, again, I will make a decision at some point on whether or not I want to actually go through with that. It's going to take a very, very long time, though. That's the only real problem I have with it. I would say if... I wouldn't have a problem not doing it in the LP if I was going to be able to get, like, fiber internet and actually stream, because if I was able to stream, then I'd just live stream it. It wouldn't have been an issue. But I have to wonder now if I want to add that into the LP, because, like, it's really just going to be one really, really long segment of just me doing a whole bunch of rematches. That's really all that it is. So that's probably why I'm not going to end up doing it in this LP. So, anyways, what else can I do to, like, round this segment out? I guess I might as well just say it right now. I'm not going to do the boss rush. Fuck it. I'm just going to say no. I'm not going to do the boss rush. The boss rush. Okay, fine, whatever. I was actually about to go over to the Sinjo Ruins, but then I just realized I've got to get a whole bunch of Premier Balls because, yeah, 49 balls I don't think is going to cut it for catching all of the legendaries that I need to catch over there, so yeah. So the only decision I now have to make is to whether or not to catch all 7 of them in the one segment or save Arceus for its own segment, which I would probably have done if I was doing the boss rush, because then I'd be able to stretch it out to 55 segments and round out a week, but I think we're going to go after all of them in the one segment, so there we go. The decision has been made. Tomorrow's segment will be the last of this LP, at which point I will probably... I'm not too sure what I'm going to be doing next, but this is not exactly the time or place to say anything like that, so there you go. I'm just going to end the segment now. Next time, we're going to be completing the Pokedex. We're going to be fulfilling the legendary trainer shtick that's been rammed down our freaking throats for the last couple months. Something like that, but whatever. That's about it.